What is the wheel? The wheel is a circular object that can rotate around an axle. It is one of the simplest and most common machines, and it enables movement and transportation of various kinds of loads. The wheel can also be used to transfer or transform mechanical energy, such as in gears, turbines, or generators. The precise origin of the wheel is not exactly known, but it is believed that it was invented in the late Neolithic or early Bronze Age around 3500 BC in Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley, or China. The earliest evidence of wheeled vehicles comes from clay models and wooden remains found in these regions. The wheel was probably derived from the use of logs or round stones as rollers to move heavy objects. The invention of the wheel was a breakthrough in human civilization, as it enabled faster and easier transportation, trade, warfare, and agriculture. The wheel has many uses and applications in various fields and domains. Some of the most common and important ones are transportation, energy, science and technology, and art and culture. For transportation, the wheel is the basis of most vehicles, such as cars, bikes, trains, planes, and ships. It allows people and goods to travel across long distances, and it also facilitates mobility and accessibility for different purposes and needs. For example, the wheel is used in mills, lathes, drills, saws, cranes, conveyors, and pumps. In industry, the wheel is an essential component of many machines and devices that produce, process, or manipulate materials and products. The wheel can be used to generate, store, or distribute energy, such as in water wheels, windmills, flywheels, dynamos, and batteries. In science and technology, the wheel can be used to measure, control, or modify physical phenomena, such as in clocks, compasses, thermometers, potentiometers, and gyroscopes. Even in art and culture, the wheel can be used to create, express, or communicate artistic and cultural values, such as in pottery, music, games, and symbols. So, how has the invention of the wheel changed the game? There are three significant ways that the wheel has changed the game and altered the course of human history. 1. Transportation. The wheel enabled the development of various modes of transportation, such as carts, chariots, bicycles, cars, trains, and airplanes, which facilitated the movement of people, goods, and ideas across long distances and different terrains. 2. Industry. The wheel enabled the development of various machines and tools, such as lathes, mills, pumps, drills, cranes, and turbines, which increased the efficiency and productivity of different sectors, such as agriculture, manufacturing, mining, and power generation. Communication. The wheel enabled the development of various media and devices, such as printing presses, telegraphs, phonographs, radios, and cameras, which improved the speed and quality of information exchange and transmission. What have been some of the most interesting wheels in the world? The Antikythera mechanism. This is an ancient Greek device that used a complex system of gears and wheels to calculate astronomical and calendar phenomena. It is considered one of the earliest examples of an analog computer and a masterpiece of mechanical engineering. The Ferris wheel. This is a rotating amusement ride that consists of a large vertical wheel with passenger cabins attached to its rim. It was invented by George Ferris for the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago and became a popular attraction around the world. The water wheel. This is a device that uses the flow of water to turn a wheel and generate mechanical power. It was widely used in ancient and medieval times for various purposes, such as milling, irrigation, and metalworking. The prayer wheel. This is a cylindrical device that contains Buddhist scriptures or mantras and is spun by hand or by wind. It is believed that spinning the wheel releases the prayers or blessings into the air and brings merit and compassion to the practitioner and all sentient beings. The steering wheel. This is a device that controls the direction of a vehicle by turning the front wheels. It was first used in automobiles in the late 19th century and became the standard method of steering in most vehicles. It can also be used to operate other functions, such as horn, cruise control, and audio system. What can we all learn from the creation of the wheel? Firstly, it gives us a chance to reflect on our genius as a human race. The wheel is an example of how human ingenuity can solve problems and create opportunities. We can learn from the inventors of the wheel to be curious, creative, and persistent in finding new ways to improve our lives and the world around us. The wheel is an example of how a simple invention can have multiple and far-reaching applications. We can learn from the inventors of the wheel to think beyond the immediate use of something and explore its potential for different purposes and contexts. Finally, the wheel is an example of how a beneficial invention can also have negative consequences. We can also learn from the inventors of the wheel to be aware of the environmental, social, and ethical implications of our innovations and to balance them with the benefits they bring. What are 3 things we can learn from the creation of the wheel? The importance of adaptation. The wheel is an example of how humans can adapt to different environments and challenges. We can learn from the inventors of the wheel to be flexible, resourceful, and resilient in facing new situations and changing circumstances. The role of collaboration. The wheel is an example of how humans can cooperate and share knowledge across cultures and generations. We can learn from the inventors of the wheel to communicate, exchange, and build on each other's ideas and experiences. The need for experimentation. The wheel is an example of how humans can test and refine their solutions through trial and error. We can learn from the inventors of the wheel to be curious, creative, and persistent in finding new ways to improve our lives and the world around us. The wheel is an example of how humans can use their intelligence, creativity, and collaboration to solve problems and enhance their lives. The wheel is not only a physical object, but also a symbol of human ingenuity and learning. By studying the history and evolution of the wheel, we can appreciate the achievements of our ancestors and inspire ourselves to continue innovating and exploring. For this reason, the invention of the wheel was a game changer.